What's up? What's up, guys? It's Troy McKnight coming at you from Dallas, Texas. I got an awesome guest with me today. We're going to bring some value. We're going to bring some stuff that actually empower you and help you take your life to the next level in two different areas today. But I'm going live. I'm over here on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on YouTube at the same time. Most of the time, I say, what's up, Facebook? But now since I started going live on all platforms at the same time, it kind of confused me. I hope you guys are having like an awesome Tuesday, though. And I got Dr. Annette West with me. Dr. Annette West is this lady is a superstar. But before we get into it, I want you guys to understand the power of collaboration, the power of like Clubhouse, the power of social media, period. Because I met this lady on Clubhouse and we connected. And, we talked. And we got on the phone for about 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, I have to have her on as a guest. So, Dr. Annette, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Whew. So just a little bit about me. I live in the South. I'm actually from Hampton Roads, Virginia. I live in South Carolina now. I want to say, a woman of many trades. I am not the Proverbs 31 woman, but I've got some skill sets going on here, okay? So hopefully today we're going to be talking a bit about a couple of dynamics I have going on between wellness, holistic wellness, when we talk about mind, body, spirit, as well as authorship and publishing. So I do across this broad spectrum. I am a college professor, have been for over 20 years now, and I am a business professional. I'm a clinical pastoral counselor. I'm a life coach. So I do a lot of things. Sometimes I can be good or bad, okay? But we got it balanced now after all of these years. But I am excited, Troy, to be in the house with you on today.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm really fired up about this. So let's talk about the publishers first. Let's dive into that. What made you come up with one to actually, help people out with that and do that part of it, of your business?
Well, back in 2006, I finished my doctorate. One of the things they said, when you finish your doctorate, you got to write a book about what you did your research on. I said, okay, sure. And I wrote mine on human resources, got high accolades for it and everything. But after I started putting it together, I'm like, this is not what I want to do. So I have been sending out devotionals for a long time to a lot. When email was the thing and then we moved around from it and now we're back to it. So one of my friends, great friend Joyce, said, hey, can you take some of these devotions and put them in a book? She said, I'm always trying to tell people about things you said. And when I go back and look for it, I can't find it. So she said, at least if you put some in a book, I'll be able to at least tell them what's in the book. So she was my inspiration in my shifting to do, let me grab it real quick, to do this book right here, which is called Living Words. I don't know if you can see it real good.
Living Words. There. I can see it right there.
Living Words of Encouragement. And it's 31, I call it 31 devotions, 31 sermons, 31s, whatever you want to, however you want to use it, Bible studies, whatever, discussions. So this was the first one that I did. So after I did this, I self-published. So in 2006, there was some information, but not a lot of information about on the internet. It wasn't a whole lot. So I had to muddle my way through and figure it out. As I muddled my way through and figured it out, other people wanted to know. So what I started doing was charging people a nominal fee to coach them as they became self-publishers. And so, believe it or not, I did not write, there's a second volume of this. I did not complete the second volume. It was like 95% done for years. And on the 10th year anniversary, it was like, you need to do an anniversary book. So I just grabbed the other content, did an anniversary book, and that was in 2016. And since 2016, I've been like rolling. I've published 12 books of my own. I've done 5 anthologies. I've written in 5 other people's anthologies, and I'm helping individual people create their own books as well. So in just these 5 years, I have done massive work. And that's just how it works sometimes. Season for everything.
Yes, it is. And wow. And if anybody out there looking to publish a book, you most definitely want to reach out to her. And if you're not actually following Dr. Annette on Facebook, you most definitely want to follow her. If you're not following her on LinkedIn, you want to follow her. If you're not following on YouTube, she on YouTube, you most definitely want to follow. And you want to look up and see where she at in Clubhouse. Because actually, like I said, I found her on Clubhouse. Her and a group of powerful women was discussing business. And that's how we actually ran across each other. And then from running across each other, I was on her Facebook platform and I saw she was actually into wellness. So I was like, man, that kind of lines hand in hand what I'm into. I actually got into wellness. I didn't even tell you about 6-7 years ago, I really started taking care of myself. I actually work with a wellness company. One of my friends is the guy who discovered the active ingredient in aloe vera. And it kind of lines up. It's kind of like perfect because next week I'm actually going to start doing drawings where I'm giving away wellness products and t-shirts. So it kind of works hand in hand. So tell us, how did you get into wellness though? You went from, you like freaking like a rock star. You went from publishing, a professor, and now you in the wellness coaching. That's amazing. That's awesome.
But the wellness is just a part of life to me. I've in my adult years, I've always wanted to exercise. I used to bodybuild and all of that crazy stuff, be in the gym 5 days a week, spend 2 and 3 hours each day, 3 days on, up of 2 on, just, I'm not there now. Y'all know, I'm just doing what I got to do now. But I enjoyed it. And also I was blessed in that growing up, there was a lot of foods I didn't like. I had a textural thing with my palate. So a lot of things I didn't eat that other people ate. So I think that saved me from a whole lot of weight. And then I still wanted to learn other ways of doing things. So through my adult life, I've always expended, my husband was in the Air Force, so we got to travel to different places, meet people all over the world. Wherever I went, I wanted to find out what they cooked, how they cooked it, how can I modify it for my diet. And so that's how I created a lot of my diets with people that I met in other countries. And then about 12 years ago, my daughter and her husband were stationed in California. And I went to, and in my book, Holistic Wellness, Mind, Body, Spirit. In this book here, there's a chapter in there that says 31 days in California. And I talk about my experience in California. So my experience in California was where I came across stevia. And I came across all of these health restaurants. We don't have any vegan restaurant or anything here. I'm not a vegan, y'all, but I like to try different things. But we don't have really healthy places or anything in my town. So if I want something, I got to drive an hour away, and that's not going to happen, right? So that means I have to figure these things out. So in my process of going through, and I tell people real quick, I give that disclaimer. I said, I am a doctor, and doctors come in many forms, but my doctorate is academic. My doctorate is not medical. I take many certifications and things, but this is my claim. I am not a medical doctor. I am not prescribing medication or giving you medical advice. But what I am doing is sharing my life application with you. That's what I do. So the life that I live in Christ, and the things that God has allowed me to learn are the things that I try to share with others. I believe it's important for us to learn and then share with others. That's that discipleship, okay? Share with others so that they can be empowered and they can go forward and do more. And then in that, they will go and do the same for someone else, we hope. So that has been my goal. So this book right here, I did in 2019. And there's actually a holistic wellness journal also. This particular book, I have a chapter in it on mind wellness, body wellness, spirit wellness, as well as some of the stuff from my kitchen, the smoothies that I was making. There's recipes, there's infusion drink recipes in there. So those are just some of the things in the book, but all of these are based on things that I have done in my kitchen, as I say, so just welcome into my kitchen, my world.
So like the books, where can they get the books, Dr. Anita?
Sure. You can go to my website. I actually have jetnaypublishing.org. You can go to my website, or you can go, and I will also put this in Troy's group as well, but you can also go to jetnaypublishing.onlineweb.shop. You can
Okay.
go directly to all my books, t-shirts, resources, and everything on those two platforms. Yes.
I mean, that's powerful with inside itself because I never told you, and I don't even know if I told any of you guys looking. It was about 2 years ago. It was like right before Thanksgiving. My wife Lisa, I came home one day and she said, "Hey Troy, let's not eat meat until Thanksgiving, right?" So it was a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, and I went like 2 weeks without eating no meat, right? Just all vegetables and stuff, and I felt so amazing. Even when Thanksgiving came, I did not eat meat. I truly didn't. So I went almost 2 years without, and I felt really good. But like my wife eat meat, and my wife kept nagging me. And one day, not too long ago, she was right. She said, "When are you gonna start eating meat again?" Because I told her I wasn't gonna like completely stop forever, right?
Mhm.
And now she got me back eating it again. But it's kind of funny. But I only eat. I wasn't a big beef eater anyway. I only ate like fish and chicken and stuff. But I can still tell the difference from when I was without to this point right here. Just kind of like having a little bit more energy, not as tired. So,
Yeah.
but I know for a fact, Dr. Annette, and you can actually testify this, our health is our wealth. Because I always tell people, I don't care, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you don't have energy, you don't have anything.
Listen, I totally agree. And this is one of the things I tell people all the time. Everything we do is supposed to align with the Lord. He said he wants us to be wealthy in all areas. Some people just want to be spiritually fat, but he wants us to be well in our mind and our body. Our body is what we intake in food. Our body is the exercise that we do and our spiritual walk. We aren't aligned with what God has designed for us until we are what? Mind, body, spirit entwined. And
Wow.
so it really takes people, when I did my book, I had quite a few beta readers on this holistic wellness book, and I got great insight. And even in the beginning of the book, I have 5 or 6 people who gave testimonials about the book before it even came out because they had the opportunity to say, "Man, I didn't even think about this," and "Oh wow, I didn't know this," and "Yeah, this just makes sense," and "Wow, God wants this for us." And I think sometimes we talk to people and they talk about one thing. You go into that building which they call the church house, but really the church isn't us, y'all. That's just a place. But they say, we go there and we're gonna meet God there, but no, we, the Lord is with us wherever we go, and so God wants us to really zone in on him, not a building, not a location, but on him. And when we learn how to do that, then we begin to understand what it means to be aligned with the Lord, and that everything about us, it really is the Lord's. I just had a wellness to wealth conference on Saturday, and I had professionals from real estate, faith coach, business professionals with their products and stuff. And I'm just reminding people, everything we do is about wellness. Our business is about wellness. Everything we do is about wealth. Wealth in your mind, wealth in your body, wealth in your spirit. And so many times people are trying to separate Christ from what they're doing. And there is no separating Christ. If we really say that everything I have is because of him, then how can I separate it?
Can't. You can't. I mean, you really can't. Man, I mean, you really bringing the heat, Dr. Annette. I mean, I'm really glad I got you on here because a lot of people don't understand that. And that's easy for people to get in balance. They go out there like, just trying to make money and then they let their health go. Or they go out to making money and then they let their faith go. Or they so tuned into like, one area and they don't understand that it all works together. God wants us to be, like you said, in all different areas. He wants our finances to be right. He wants our health to be right. But most of all, he wants our relationship with him to be strong. And if we put all that together, miracles happen. But a lot of people miss that. And once again, guys, if you're not following her, you most definitely want to follow her on Facebook. She got a Facebook group. You can find her on Clubhouse. You can find her on LinkedIn. You can find her on YouTube. This is a lady you most definitely want to follow her. And if you're looking to actually publish a book, you really want to reach out to her. Shoot her a message, in Messenger or whatever, and she'll help you get that book up and going. So we're gonna get ready to wrap this up because I like to keep them short and sweet. But Dr. Annette, if you can give them one tip, let's break it down to 2 tips. One tip, if they really trying to get their book published. I know they need to get with you. That's the first tip. But what else, what's the first step, maybe the second step or something they need to take after they talk to you?
Yeah, well, I'll say this first, because I have a lot of people saying, "Hey, Dr. West, I'm ready to publish my book." And then I'll say, "What do you have?" And they was like, "Well, I haven't written anything yet." So first I want to say there's a difference between writing content and publishing the book. So I want y'all to understand you got to write some content before you can publish a book. So if you don't know how to write your content, then you definitely want to connect with a coach to help you in that effort. Okay. I'm actually going to have a boot camp on the 23rd of October. It's going to be a 3-hour workshop where I'm actually it's like a jumpstart boot camp where people can come in and actually get the beginning insight that they need if they're thinking about writing a book. And then from there, we will go to the full writing and creation over a 6-month period. So we're not rushing the process and the person is really learning and understanding about what they do. But I would say, to anybody, listen, you can go to YouTube and you can get all the videos you want. You can Google everything you want, but you're definitely going to be overloaded. This is what happens to people. They get so many nuggets from here and there, and every free thing somebody's trying to offer, they grab it and they're trying to put it together. And then they just say, "I've been doing this for 5 years. Hey, doc, can you assist me?" So my job is to help you, is to make your life easier. Okay. So I want to say your success is my business. Okay.
And that's powerful with inside itself. And I hope you grabbed it, whoever listened to this, because you need a coach. I don't care. The best athletes have a coach. And so if you want to publish a book, you need to find somebody that can coach you and show you how to do that and step by step. So then the second question is, if they really want to actually work on their wellness, they want to become more healthier, maybe start getting in the gym, maybe walking a little bit, could you give them some kind of encouragement, some kind of tip? Because there's people out there listening and they want to be healthy, but they don't know where to start.
Bam, bam, come on, bam. All right, yeah, bam. Y'all grab this, okay? And listen, when you grab this, you're gonna get some simple principles. You're gonna get some simple principles to help you. But listen, it doesn't matter how many principles I give you. It doesn't matter if you purchase my book. It doesn't matter if you're not willing to do it. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to change your mindset. If you really want to change, because why? Everything begins in the mind. Every thought is in the mind. The thought of what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. So then we have to start speaking to ourselves daily. This is what I'm going to do. And then we have to do what? Put that first foot out there and start moving towards it. So it's doable. I know it. I've helped a lot of people. And if you're interested, just reach out to me. I'm here for you.
Wow. And I want to thank you, Doctor, for actually coming on and actually sharing this content to my audience. And also, you out there listening to me, we always talk business. I bring people in from all walks of life. Some people in my industry, some people not. But everybody always go back to mindset. She just said it. Mindset is the key to everything. It's the key to writing that book. It's the key to getting in shape. Because if you don't have this right here, right, nothing else happened. With that, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out today, actually looking at us. And God bless. And you guys have an awesome rest of your day.